so it's a special honor for me to be with them today. You know, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Bob Nolan speak about the role of President Clinton back in his administration and even as a candidate. And I can recall getting a call on a Sunday evening from a man who will be speaking to you in a few moments from now, John Deary, when he sat and met with then candidate Clinton and talked about the problem in Northern Ireland. And if anyone, whether it be in the Bronx, in New York, in the United States, or on the world stage, has played a prominent role in that great achievement, John Deary's name has to be on that list. And so, for one of Irish heritage, honored on St. Patrick's Day, it's a great honor to be with all of these great people, but it's a special treat to be with my dear friend John Deary. You know, my court officer on Three Kings Day goes out and raises toys for some of the youngsters in the Bronx in the memory of his dear mother. And I recall that because as I was reading about the great things that Bill Long does for his community, it touched a chord in me that is near and dear to my heart. So it's a special treat to be with you, Bill, today, and I've had a great honor. As it is with Miss O'Donoghue, who does the important work of making the Emerald Isle Center a reality for our borough. I go back with Paul O'Dwyer, the O'Dwyer family. And in the courthouse, you know, we've met people who have personal difficulties, and I can't tell you how many times they've said to us how they've gone to your organization for comfort and for hope, and it's wonderful work that you do, and I'm very honored to be with you today as well. Now, Taryn Duffy, I first met when she went to work for Senator Jeff Klein. I must say, as Taryn, I think, knows, my dear mother, bless her soul, was retired and recruited by then Assemblyman Klein to work part-time in his office. I think she made $4,000, Assemblyman Joan and I back then, but she loved sitting each and every day with all the seniors that would come in, and so we have a long relationship with the Klein family, and Taryn, it's so good to be with you as well today. Obviously, the Murphy family has done so much for the commerce of the Bronx, has a real presence with their bank, and it's a special treat to be with Miss Murphy as well today. You know, Bob Nolan spoke about some of the great Irishmen in Bronx County. He spoke about Mike Durso and Michelle, but there were a few Irishmen who were greater in the Bronx than his dear father, Judge Ben Nolan, who I had the honor to succeed on the civil court. And it's no happenstance or accident that there's a street named in his honor, because Ben Nolan touched this borough and touched people of Irish extraction in a way that few others have done. And Ken Kearns, well, service to the Bronx, he epitomizes that. Congressman Engel was it Assemblyman too, Ken? And now, of course, as a district manager and helping people each and every day with their special problems. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me that when someone makes a decision, whether to relocate a business in a community, whether to choose to open up a store or a company, or merely a professional practice in an location, one of the things that they have to consider is what the legal system is like in that particular community. Whether it's a legal system that epitomizes the competence and the fairness and the understanding that you want if you're going to make your business in a community. And I'm proud to say to you that I've been blessed with some wonderful people who are here with me today, who help me each and every day meet that particular goal of making sure that the court is responsive to the needs of a specific community. You know, it wasn't very long ago that I met with the president of Montefiore Hospital, and I should say, while I speak about Montefiore, that one of its great leaders, Don Ashkenazi, is at my table today, and Don has done so very, very much for the Bronx. My daughter, who works for the Albert Einstein School of Medicine and its drug division, and that division's executive director, Sarah Church, who's there. I met with the president of Montefiore, and he was telling me that each and every time they delivered a Medicaid baby in this borough, they were losing $8,000. And 75% of the deliveries of Bronx families were being paid by Medicaid. And that's because there was a very serious problem dealing with malpractice costs and things like that. And together, and with help from President Obama, we got a grant to change that. And today that's significantly better. And we've done things, thankfully with the support of the Chamber of Commerce, for people who have a problem with foreclosures and the like. And so we've tried to make the courts a living force in the lives of Bronxites, and we try to do that each and every day. And I've been helped in that particular task by a great chief clerk, Tracy Pardo, who I must say to you was the first Latino named to be a chief clerk of the Supreme Court in the state of New York. And I want you to know, Lenny Caro, she happens to be married to a Moriarty, so that doesn't hurt either. My administrative aide is a great lady who's here with me today, Beth Pagan, and we're going to play with names. She's a Riley, married to a great guy sitting next to her who's a great clerk for me, Jose Pagan. Ann Passarelli, who's my left arm and right arm. Our great deputy, Esther Kelly, is with me, and my staff, Sophia Rackman and John Higgett, and some of our great clerks, Mike Holden. I'm also, ladies and gentlemen, very blessed and honored that my assemblyman, Mark Jonai, is here with me. You know, when we honor heritages, Mark left a special mark that I know means a great deal to his dear parents. His father, he lost us not very long ago, as being the first Albanian ever elected to the New York State Legislature, and I had the honor to swear him in. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave the very best for last and introduce to you my dear wife, Selena, who is an Irish lady from Guyana, green sweater and all. And so, Joe, Lenny, each and every one of you, thank you so very, very much for this special honor. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and God bless each and every one of you.